Let us balance this in acidic medium. So first, balance the half reaction. Let's say we have MnO4 minus to give Mn2 plus. Now to balance this half reaction, so we have how many manganese here? This is 1 because the coefficient of manganese here is 1. So how many manganese do we have here also? We have 1. Balance. So how many oxygen do you have here? 4. How many oxygen do you have here? Nothing. So if you have oxygen in one side and you don't have in another side, so you balance it with water. So to balance this with water, I have 4 oxygen here. So that means I will add 4 water here, like that. So I'll have 4 water there. So how do we have 4 water? Because I have 4 oxygen, so I added 4 water. So why? So that the oxygen can be 4, as in like that. But if you add that, then hydrogen will be 8. 4 times 2, 8. So that means I'm adding 8H plus to this side to balance the hydrogen. So now calculate the charge. What is the total charge here? This is 8 times 1, 8, minus 1, 7. So the total charge here is plus 7. So what is the total charge here? The total charge here is 2 plus 0, that's plus 2. So find the difference in the total charge. 7 minus 2, which is equals to 5. Now add 5 electrons to the highest charge, that is to the side that has the highest charge. Add 5 electrons there. So this side has the highest charge, which is plus 7. So I'll add 5 electrons there. So that will be 5 E minus plus 8H plus MnO4 minus. That is, I added 5E. That is 5 electrons to give Mn2 plus 4H2O. So that means we have balanced this first one. You can check whether it's balanced or not. How many hydrogen do you have here? 8. How many hydrogen do you have here? 8. 4 times 2, 8. How many manganese do you have here? 1. How many here? 1. How many oxygen do you have here? 4. How many do you have here? 4. So the atoms are balanced. So calculate the charge. What's the total charge here? This is minus 5 plus 8. That's 3. 3 minus 1, 2. So likewise, we have plus 2 here. So everything is balanced. So now let's balance the second half. Let's call this equation 1. So the second half is S2 O3 2 minus plus to give SO4 2 minus. Now if you look at this, balance the atom first. How many sulfur do you have here? 2. How many sulfur do you have here? 1. So how do you balance the sulfur? We'll add 2 here. So the sulfur is balanced. 2, 2. How many oxygen do we have here? 3. How many oxygen do we have here? 4. So I need to add one water to the side that is short of one oxygen. So I'll add one water here, that is H2O. So why one water? The difference between the oxygen is 1. So I'm adding one H2O. So that this is 1O plus 3O will now give us 4 oxygen, as in like that. So now, how many hydrogen do you have here now? I have 2. How many hydrogen do you have here? Nothing. Now, when you balance the sulfur that you put 2 here, so that's where you miss out the 8. So if you have 2 here, remember the 2 is now here at the back. So that 2 is affecting this. That is, the number of oxygen I have here now is 2 times 4, 8. So that's where you are mixing it up. So 8. And how many oxygen here? 3. If I should add 5 here, that means the oxygen will be 8 now. So look at this. 5 times 1, 5, plus 3, 8. And also 2 times 4, 8. The oxygen is also balanced. Now, how many hydrogen now? 2 times 5, 8. 5 times 2, 10. So I'll add 10H plus here to balance the hydrogen. Now calculate the charge. The total charge here is -2, like that, because this is 0, so -2. The total charge here is 2 times -2, that is -4. -4 plus 10, that's 6. So the total charge here is -2, the total charge here is +6. Find the difference in the charge. So that will be +6, the bigger number, minus the smaller number. So that will be 6 plus 2. So that is 8. So you see now, the difference in the total charge is 8. Bigger number +6 minus the smaller number -2. So that's where you miss out the 8. So I'm adding +8 charge now to the highest side with the highest charge. So this side has the highest charge. So I'm adding +8 electrons there. So this will be 5H2O plus S2O3 minus to give 2SO4 2 minus plus 10H plus 8E minus. Now you can test if you are right or wrong. We call this equation 2. So look at this now. How many hydrogen do we have here? 5 times 2, 10. How many hydrogen here? 10. How many oxygen? 5 times 1, 5. Plus 3, 8. How many oxygen here? 2 times 4, 8. How many sulfur? 2. How many sulfur? 2. So calculate the charge. What's the total charge here? -2. What's the total charge here? +10 minus 8. That's 2. Then 2 minus 4, because this is 2 times -2 minus 4. So 2 minus 4 will give -2. So the charge 2 are balanced. So now, from these two equations, equation 1 and equation 2, so you need to jot, because I'll remove some things now. So you jot. I want to bring the two equations together. Let's say this is a continuation. Combine equation 1 and equation 2. Combine equation 1 and equation 2. So to combine equation 1 and 2 means I should bring these two together. This is equation 1 and equation 2. So this is equation 2, like that. So if you look at these two now, these two equations, you'll see that the electrons are not balanced. I have 5 electrons here and I have 8 electrons here. So the electrons must also be balanced. So how can you now get a balanced electrons? You multiply equation 1 by 8 and equation 2 by 5. So this 5, the coefficient here, use it to multiply equation 2. And this 8 coefficient here, use it to multiply equation 1. So you are going to get the same electrons. So it's just like you are solving simultaneous equation. So let's do that now. So multiply both equations. So multiply all these ones by 8. Now let's go. 8 times 5, 40. So this will be 40 e minus 8 times 8, 64, plus 64 h plus 8 MnO4 minus, to give, remember I'm multiplying everything here by 8. This is 1. 8 times 1, 8. So 8 times 1, 8. 8 times 4, 32. So that's 1. You can call that equation 3. Now multiply the second equation, this one, by 5. So now let's go. 5 times 5, 25. That will be 25 H2O plus 5 S2 O3, 2 minus, multiply by 5 because it's 1 here. 5 times 2, 10. To give 10 SO for 2 minus. 5 times 10, 50. 50 H plus. And 5 times 8, 40. 40 E minus. So with this, we have achieved our aim by making the electrons equal. So that means this is like arrow. We want to combine these two equations, equation 3 and equation 4. We want to combine the two. So the 40 electrons here, we cancel the 40 electrons here. So that means we have 64 H plus 8 MnO4 minus, plus, as in this plus this, then plus this plus this. So you are adding everything at the left hand side of the arrow together. 25 H2O plus 5 S2 O3, 2 minus, to give, add everything at the right hand side together. So that will be 8 Mn 2 plus 32 H2O plus 10 SO4 2 minus plus 50 H plus. So you will notice at this side we have 25 H2O. Here we have 32 H2O. So you bring this 25 H2O to this side. So 32 minus 25. In a chemical equation, you can't have minus, as in you can't have something like MnO4 minus 2H2O or 7H2O. You can't have this. In a chemical equation, we always have plus. So if you are collecting the like times, collect the like times in such a way that you will have plus, a positive result. So instead, I will now take this 25 to meet 32. So that it will be 32 minus 25. See this arrow as if it's equal to. Write it on your notes. So it's like you are collecting like times. Take 25 to the other side. So to be minus. So to be 32 minus 25. So and again, we have 64H plus here. And I have 50H plus here. So I'll take this 50 to meet 64. So that I can get positive results. So 64 minus 50. So that's 10. Yeah, that's 14. 14H plus 8 MnO4 minus plus 5 S2O3 2 minus to give. So I've removed this 25 because I've taken it to this side. So 32 minus 25 is 7. So this is 8 Mn 2 plus 7 H2O plus 10 SO4 2 minus. So this 50 is already here, like 64 minus 50, that's 14. Now this is the balanced equation in acidic medium. You can check whether you're right or wrong. Now how many hydrogen do we have here? 14. How many hydrogen do we have here? 7 times 2, 14. How many manganese do we have here? 8. How many manganese do we have here? 8. How many oxygen do we have here? 8 times 4, 32. Plus 5 times 3, 15. 32 plus 15, that's 47. So that side is 47. So check the oxygen here too. This is 7 oxygen plus 10 times 4, 40. So 7 plus 40, 47. So check the sulfur. 5 times 2, 10. Yeah, we have 10 sulfur too. So that means the atoms are balanced. Confirm the charge. So total charge here, 14 minus 8, that's 6. Then 5 times 2 minus 10. 6 minus 10. So the total charge here is minus 4. So calculate the total charge here also. 8 times 2, 16. And also 10 times 2, 20. 16 minus 20 minus 4. Total charge here is also minus 4. So that means everything is balanced. So this is the final answer.